welcome to another episode of Within the Paragon. I'm your host, Jake Stanley. And again, if this is your first time to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, check it out, like it if you think it's a great episode. And well, without further ado, please, today's guest, here's a little clip.
If I risk it all, would you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe when you're not here? I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I'd have to risk it all. For you, I'd have to risk it all. 'Cause the ride is on.
Yeah, that's yeah. Welcome, Cassandra.
I was like, I can't watch. I
I
can't.
know. I know. I'm sorry. It just familiarize with people actually. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that girl.
That girl.
The nervous girl.
Well, that's the thing. You say nervous. That's what you were before, right? I think I remember you saying
All right,
before
breaking up a
somewhere.
little bit. Say that
Okay,
one more
yeah.
time.
Okay, so I was saying like the nervousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's always kind of gonna be there, but what with you, how was it the transition for you?
I mean, you mean like the transition into just like going from extremely nervous to a little bit less nervous?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it was just the only way I could try to fight it, to just it not be like debilitating and like crippling to where I couldn't go on stage, was that I just had to like scream affirmative thoughts into my brain. Like I would be on the stage when it's like, because they're like, okay, you got 30 seconds. They're showing the clips, like a commercial's happening. They're getting you all figured out on the stage and making sure in-ears are in and mic check, and then like, but you don't see any of that stuff. And during that time, while that's happening, I'm going, you're enough, you're enough, you're enough. No one's better than you. No one is better at being you than you. And just like trying to remind myself, like, just take away the, I don't know, just try to pretend like I'm not on a stage and just singing in my bedroom. And that's easier said than done. But, it's just me telling myself over and over, like, you're capable, you're capable, you're capable. Now, that doesn't make like I was saying, like the nerves won't go away. I think I'm always going to struggle with that. But that's also okay. I mean, it means that I care about what I'm doing. That's what all the producers would tell me, or my different vocal coaches. I mean, they're like, it just means you care and that you want to do a good job, and you just have to learn to lean into that instead of forcing yourself. So one thing that I really regret, but I understand because the show wants big songs, they want big moments.
Right.
Forced myself into those kind of scenarios and into those kind of songs was not really good for me. It would have been preferable, and what I would have really preferred to do is sing more chill songs or mellow songs, because so I can lean into my nerves and just accept, this is where I'm at right now. I'm not ready to sing songs, take a whole bunch of air and breathing, because I don't even have that space in me because I'm so nervous. I'm just taking these short breaths, and so I would have preferred to have done more like mellow songs, but as a TV show, you got to be entertaining. And, I think that in a way definitely hurt my performances, but it is what it is. I feel at peace with how far I got. I mean, it was further than I ever thought I would have gotten.
What a privilege. Very awesome.
Yeah, definitely a blessing.
it's like the small town girl, and then it's like you're kind of ousted or thrown into the spotlight kind of thing, and it's like, what
I
do I
was like,
do
sink
now?
or swim. Yeah.
What do I do
Like,
now?
yeah. Yeah. I
Well,
tried my best.
well, anybody that's seen it, again, they know about that. But the purpose really of this podcast is kind of just show like you are that small town girl, and we're all just people on the planet, like uh,
Exactly.
so but at the same time, okay, so I have some things just
Okay.
to help out. I've got an interesting question. I'm
Okay.
gonna start it off with an interesting one. And now I'm drinking coffee. I know you like coffee. What do you have?
Well, this morning I didn't have time. Literally, I'm like so close to the coffee shop, but I didn't have time because I slept until the last minute because I am a tired bean. So I made my own coffee on the Keurig, which is not very good. Does not taste great. So I put creamer in it today because the coffee is not good enough on its own. I know.
Oh,
If it's a good brew, I drink it black, but it's not a good brew when it comes from a Keurig, in my opinion. So I was like, I might as well make this dessert. So this is my morning dessert, and I just put
okay.
cream in
It
it.
works.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah, I love it.
In my
Uh,
favorite mug.
well, I'm gonna share it anyways.
Okay.
I get a coffee subscription, one of those coffee subscriptions, and
That's
this
cool.
one's out of Honduras, and it's
Nice.
by Makina.
Oh, that's a cool logo. I like that.
I know, it's like some
How do
hand.
you make it? You like French press, pour over? Or you just
No, I do I got a grinder, grind it, and then I do the pour over. I love pour
nice.
overs.
Yeah, yeah. Great way to taste the beans.
Yes. This one has a sweet chocolatey undertone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it was Honduras? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
familiar with Honduras beans. Actually I love Honduras. I like Guatemalan blends as well, but
Mm,
I'd say Honduras is probably one of my favorites. And then the other scope would be on the other side is like I really like Ethiopians as well.
yes. I just finished an Ethiopian.
Really
I think
nice.
it's
A little
called
more fruity.
Koshiri.
Okay, cool.
There's so many places,
I
and
know.
it could be a whole segment on coffee. My
Yeah.
goodness. I would love to do a show actually about that. Okay, so here's the question.
Okay.
Sorry to get you thinking this morning.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, but here we go. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask?
The absolute and total truth. Okay, I mean, just being honest, I know that. So for myself, I'm a religious person,
Mhm.
and I think everyone, to an extent, you just have to have faith in what you believe because you'll never know the absolute and total truth. So if I could have the answer to it, would is God real?
Ah,
Yeah, that was
nice.
100%. I mean, I know immediately if I could have one. I mean, I already have faith in it, and it's what I believe, and I base my life around. But it's still faith, and that's why it's the word faith. If it was like, this is the absolute truth, there's no debates, then I would be like, okay, I want to know if God's real, and that'd be awesome.
Nice. Yes. Okay, very cool. Now, total switch. Total
Yeah.
switch of questions. What is the dumbest way you've been injured?
Could you hear that chime? If so, I'm so
I
sorry.
did.
I
It
don't
was
know.
great. I
I
love
don't
it.
know how do I make that not do that again? I don't know how. Okay, well, the dumbest way I was ever injured was I was out in a field. I was like, I think I was probably in like 8th grade. And we like had this valley right beside our house, and our house was up on the
Mhm.
hill. And my mom was coming home with Chinese food and a blockbuster movie for us to like all hang out that evening. Blockbuster. And aging myself. Um, and I turned around because I saw she was coming up the driveway, and I immediately started running towards the house because I was so excited. But at the same time, my dog that was walking beside me in this like little valley area I was hanging out in, he got excited, and so he immediately starts running beside me and just like cuts me off. And he's a big dog, and I fall and trip, and I break my wrist. So I guess that's probably one of the dumbest ways I was injured. It was just in an excitement running for Chinese food in a movie. But it was really my fault. Like I was just that clumsy, but yeah, that was probably Yeah, it was
Well,
it was a it was an anticlimactic moment because then it was like we're all eating Chinese food. My dad's like, "You're fine. If you had a broken wrist, you'd be crying more." And I'm like sitting there like throbbing in pain. I'm like, "Something's wrong. I know it." And eventually we go to the doctor a couple days later, and they're like, "Yeah, it's definitely fractured."
I can see that now. You're just
Mhm.
it's
I know.
fine. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So okay. So you're very into the mountain scene. That's where you are. You're in Tennessee. So it's really a lot of. Is that is that where you'd prefer to be? Like, your if it's your vacation, I guess. What is your
Yeah.
preferred kind of place? Is it chilling out in the mountains and doing like activities in the mountains, or
I think it just kind of depends. So I live in Middle Tennessee, so there's not really a lot of hills where we are. It's just or mountains. It's just hills. East Tennessee for sure. But yeah, if I was going like on a vacation where I just want to chillax and unplug, then I would say I'd probably prefer being near water and like the beach. But if I'm like going on like a trip, like activities,
Mhm.
like I love backpacking, like Glacier, Montana, or Banff, Canada. You know, I've hiked some of the AT as well in East Tennessee. So I love being outdoors and just like smelling like earth and feeling, feeling like you're one with, with the world. And that's how I feel like we're all intended to be. And that's my favorite place to be in.
Sweet. Yeah. No, it's all about the seasons, sort of.
Hmm.
I mean, what are they? The Earth's your oyster. I don't know.
Yeah, the world's your oyster, the earth's your. I
The
think either
world's
one.
your oyster.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was something like that. I don't remember. Okay, okay. Um, what would you, if there's a job, what would you be absolutely terrible at? Because I don't know.
um, I think I would be absolutely terrible at teaching math. Yeah, or probably being a teacher in general. I love kids, and I guess it depends on what kind of teacher, but like if we're saying like elementary or middle school, like I love children, but also I have a hard time explaining things to people. It's like I understand what I'm doing in my brain, but when I try to like get it from my brain to sound waves out in the around me, whatever, like right now, I
Right.
just like my brain no, and I just cannot explain. So I would say anything that has to do with explaining things to people. I'm better off just um, staying in my own noggin and keeping things up there.
That's that's cool. I mean, that's the thing. It's like when somebody's put in the spotlight, you kind of always only see that one side,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and human interaction. What does human interaction mean to you? I mean,
To me, I guess it would mean like connecting with people on like a deeper level. So like, I mean, it can mean I guess a plethora of things,
mhm,
but there's the human interaction that you do on a daily basis, like smiling and waving and stuff at people at the grocery store, or am I serving coffee to someone? But then there's also to me like the more touching and meaning human interaction, which is, you're staying at a hostel and you start talking to someone about the meaning of life or like having deep conversations. Like I've
right.
always preferred deep conversation as opposed to surface level. And oftentimes I end up sharing too much or spilling out too much of my heart to people because I'm so invested into having real connection. And then sometimes people don't reciprocate. And it's like, cool, you just told me your life story and I don't really care. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought we were like connecting here, but it's
But there
fine.
was something,
I'm
but
like,
I
I'm just
guess
gonna go now. I'm embarrassed.
I'm just gonna drink my coffee now.
Yeah. Eat a Twix.
Um, yeah, very cool.
Just
So
love lukewarm coffee. It's just the best.
oh, it's delicious.
Just kidding. I continually heat up my coffee, so if it's not burning my tongue, I'm like, ugh, and that's how I am right now. It's level.
Wait, well, that's the thing about black coffee that a lot of people don't know. If you do a pour over, and if it's cold, it's still good.
Yeah,
Like a
true. I
pour
mean,
over.
I'll ice them sometimes, then just put them over, or put them in the fridge, and then I'll put them over ice later. Like, to me, you can't. There's no such thing as throwing away coffee. I never do that. It's
Yeah.
just
Use it for something, right? Use the
yeah,
grounds for your face, or
yeah,
you ever
or
done
like
that? You ever done
I've
that?
never used it for my face because my face is like breaks out very easily. You have to be super careful. But you can use them for like orchids. Coffee grinds are good
Mhm.
for orchids, and then also your garden, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Coffee. The many uses of just things you daily
Oh yeah.
use. Oh,
Coffee is just like the best. I mean, I will have a coffee shop one day. I know that's in my cards for my future, and I just can't wait for that day. I love that. I love just like the atmosphere of a coffee shop. You come in and I love getting to be a part, and this is with music too. Like, I've never had a problem with being a backup or like a background singer, or like singing at a
right.
coffee shop or something where you're not the focal point. I love contributing to an environment and making
Right.
it enjoyable and being the background of someone's day, like just like, oh, I was just the person that served that person coffee, and that's all I mean to them. But also now they're sipping this coffee with their best friend, and they're telling them, they're catching up
Mm.
on life, and they're just enjoying their day, and I'm just a background of it, and I love that I'm contributing to possibly a good memory for them, or just a good environment. And I
That's a
want to
really
create. Yeah,
that's a really cool thing to think about.
that's why I
Um,
want to have my own coffee shop.
that's a great thing. I actually had my own coffee shop for a little bit,
That's
and
awesome.
it was more like a bakery, but I served coffee, so I did pour overs. But I know what you're talking about. It's just so you can see people come in and they're just intent on having whatever you make and
Mhm.
just enjoying it,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's a cool feeling. I know exactly what you're talking about. Just
Mhm.
watching them communicate with each other, laugh, and have a good time.
Yeah, and you're
You
like,
know,
I'm a part of this.
yeah. Well, even more so. Like, I was in another country when I did it, so people sometimes, because I was like a foreigner in another land, and they want to have a conversation with me, so
Yeah.
they made their day. Like, they're like, I'm gonna spend like 2 hours at this spot talking to this. So it's like the
Yeah, yeah.
meaning, the connection.
Oh, yeah, I've always said that, and I know other people say it too, but, like, baristas are the morning bartenders. Because that's what it is. It's just like
That's
they're the
cool.
people will come and talk to you or set up their laptop, and they just wanna communicate, and I think it's also, like, I tell people, like, if they've just moved to town or something like that, I'm like, "Here are all the local coffee shops because that's where you're gonna meet people, and that's where you're gonna make connections, and you can become a regular, and you don't have to, like, because to me it seems it's very dangerous, to get that feeling of you're alone or you don't have people to connect with.
Mm,
And to me it's like, plug in somewhere, and coffee shops are great places to plug in at, so that you've got someone who remembers you and asks you how you're doing and checks up on you, so you don't feel alone while you're going through a new time in
right.
your life.
Yeah, there are a lot of coffee shops in your area, or a handful maybe.
I mean, we were only like 40,000 people in this town, but I
Mhm.
would say we have I think we have 6 coffee shops.
Okay.
I think that's right. So it's enough for sure.
You'd love Taiwan then.
Oh, I know. I want to go. And I was supposed to start backpacking, and I was going to be heading in that direction. I was going to start in Nepal. Then
Oh, cool.
COVID hit, and then that all went to pot. So
No, no. Well, maybe COVID was the fact that it happened. Isn't that kind of how you got a little bit where you
exactly,
got, right? Okay, well,
exactly. It was all
that's
meant to
interesting.
be.
It's all interesting. It's like, oh well, I guess this is gonna happen now.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah,
some mouse in a little like maze. It's like, oh, a closed door. Okay, I gotta go this other way. Oh, closed
exactly,
door.
exactly. Wait, do I smell cheese?
Yeah, pretty much.
uh, okay, so I had some good ones. I thought, well, sort of. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Would you rather have everything you draw become real, but be permanently terrible at drawing, or be able to fly, but only as fast as you can walk?
Oh, dang. Uh, okay, but you said, but I am terrible at drawing in this
Yeah.
scenario. It's not like
Yes.
as good as I am right now.
So
Okay.
if you drew it, it'd be permanent. It would become real.
I would say I would rather be able to fly. because it's like I don't need, like, I can make the things I want to become real. Like if I want to make things happen in my life, that takes dedication. There will be no scenario where I'd be able to fly. So
True.
I'd rather be able to fly
Okay.
and see
You're
the world
like
from a different perspective.
you're like, even though it's as slow as I walk.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like I already am comfortable with as slow as I walk, you know? Walking is already how I get around. So I'm content with that. So if I can do that in the sky, that'd be amazing.
sweet. Okay. I was like, man, that question wasn't as good as I thought, but
No,
okay.
it's great.
The reasoning you used though. See, yes, the logic. Yes, see, we're getting this painted picture a little bit better. Okay, yeah. So, uh, yeah, okay.
They said that on the last podcast I did. They were like, she really knows her mind. She like already knows immediately what she's gonna say. And I'm like, maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I need to take more time to think about stuff. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like I know what I want. So I guess I don't know. Like, it's not
Well,
good.
with regards to that, I think sometimes a quick response shows that you have thought about it before.
Yeah, I guess. I think about a lot of things.
Yeah, that says a lot about you. You're a thinker. That's a cool thing. That's a great thing. If only more people would think. Think about it. I mean, like
I've
the
definitely
things
thought
that
that
people
before.
do. But why? Uh, let's see. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions, or tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Oh my Atlanta. Like each day is a new day. I'm getting tattoos from what I did yesterday, or just like starting now, it's whatever
I
I did
think
yesterday.
starting. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's just whatever I did literally yesterday are tattoos on me, and then I've got that. I'd rather have that option then. I think yesterday I wrote music with friends, ate a falafel burger, worked on my laptop. So I feel like those things could be made into some aesthetically pleasing art on my body. I'd rather that because I feel like I am so fluctuating in my emotions that people would be like, dang, she's sad or she's anxious a lot, and I don't want people to know. I'd rather be able to hide that.
That's great. That's great. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Well worded too, by the way. Huh.
What'd you say?
Well worded too, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Um, yeah, it's so interesting. Like, yeah, well, as human beings, we go through all these emotions all the time, and there's stuff that you see on the outward appearance, and then there's of course things you don't see. You don't see a lot of
Mhm,
stuff. You know?
mhm. Yeah.
Um,
That's why I like there was this video that they like used on American Idol, which I really wish they hadn't because I was really embarrassed. But it was one I posted on my Instagram. And I just wanted people to see, like, okay, maybe
oh
you're seeing all these pictures of me smiling and being happy because I am very happy, you know. But there's also days where I'm here and I'm crying because there's people saying really hurtful things, you know. And I just want people to know, like, everything is not always as it seems, you know. Don't put anyone's life up on a pedestal because, you know, you don't know, like, what they're experiencing. And also, it's taking your own blessings
mm,
for granted, you know. And so, it's just like I don't know, I just wanted to be real with people and be like, you know what, this is going to be embarrassing to me, but it's worth it so that some people, in case there's anyone who's looking at my life and being like, wow, that looks great, like I have done so
mm,
many times through
yeah,
Instagram and lived vicariously through other people or and other people. Like, not everything is rainbows and butterflies, and no matter what stage in life you're at, you're going to still have those same feelings of discontentment or those same feelings of pursuits of happiness
mm,
or those same feelings of sadness and happiness. You know, it's just nothing changes. You're always going to be that spectrum, you know, because you're
right,
human.
right. No, for sure. I mean, so true. Just human.
I'm
Um,
only human.
um, okay. Let's see. So, because I know you have. Okay. So we're doing good on time.
Yeah, I'd say we got 10 minutes more.
Cool. All right. So, let's see. Uh, in quick succession,
Okay. Okay.
What's the most useless talent you have?
I can put my hands behind my back and then bring them all the way forward.
Ooh.
Contortionist vibes. You want to see?
Yes.
Okay. I've not stretched this morning, so
Don't
pray
break
to the
anything.
Lord that I don't break anything. I'm gonna have to take my earphones out. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Okay. Oh, they pop. Let me try it again. Gotta get over my big head.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Yes.
Here's the most pointless contortionist ability.
Dude, that was amazing. Wow. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. I should have won American Idol. I should have just done that instead on stage.
America's Got Talent.
Got talent. Change course. I just wasn't even thinking.
Catch her next season. Yeah. Okay.
Watch
what would you
Cassandra get the golden buzzer. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Golden buzzer. Confetti. Wow. What would you name your boat and why?
I would name it Eliza. And I would name it Eliza because I like the name. Sorry, nothing profound there. But if I was thinking about it, then maybe like the Odyssey, something like that, you know. Maybe because it's like a journey or something. I don't know, something journey related, or like Amelia Earhart. Yeah, maybe something like that because
cool.
like, she's an adventurer. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I'd call it Amelia.
Good character. Good one. I like that.
Yeah.
And then if you could be any animal, which one would you be and why?
I would be probably like a falcon or something like that. Because I want to fly, you know. I have dreams about flying all the time. And I like rode the ride at Disney World that was like as if you were on one of the I think it's called the Nagiri, and what is it? Nagiri? The flying piece of
like Japanese. Somebody wants some Japanese.
I always do. No, the flight of passage thing. I don't remember what they're called, but it's called the flight of passage. It's from Avatar. Not
Avatar,
but Avatar, the Blue People one. And yeah, it was like you were flying, and it was the happiest moment of my life. And I mean, and also I've gone skydiving before, and that was also a very happy moment. So it's just, to me, it's like if I could fly, I want to be a falcon. There's my reason. So.
That's cool. I love that. Falcon. Total.
And they're just cool, you know. Falcon.
Oh, they look cool and they fly
fast. Yeah.
Good choice.
Thanks. What would you want to be?
Oh, a dolphin.
Oh, okay.
Though flying sounds great, you know, dolphins are very fluid.
It's true. You're just flying essentially in another, you know, like you're just in the ocean instead. And I'm sure there are moments where like looking down at the coral reef and everything that's just as beautiful looking down at the world. So that's cool.
Yeah. It's like water, or I'm more of a sea creature, I think.
You'd be smart too, you know?
Definitely. I've got like the gills or something, you know.
Okay, cool. Do you surf or something?
Yeah, so I'm just like always in the water and stuff.
That makes more sense.
Which is really good for breathing, by the way.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah, you're just holding your breath and practicing with that.
Oh.
Otherwise you drown.
Oh, well, yeah.
Gotta get practice with really well. But you have a concert coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I have one that we're doing next weekend. That's July 3rd at a local venue in town. Sorry. I don't know if you hear that. At a local venue in town. It's called Mule House. That one sold out in less than 2 days, so we were pretty happy about that. We have online tickets available for that. If you go to my Instagram, and I'll also provide you with the link as well if you want that. You can buy tickets. They're just $10 for the streaming link. There's going to be other contestants from American Idol on the show with me. And then we also have a show coming up in October that I've been heavily involved in helping plan. It's a festival that we're throwing. It's called the Columbia Indie Fest. And yeah, it's going to be the whole downtown of the town that I live at, or live in. And we've got a big stage that we're putting in front of the courthouse, and we'll have food trucks and vendors and, people doing art, live art and stuff. And we'll have, hopefully we have some headliners that could be a big deal if I can snag them. So I'm working on that right now. I would be a part of it, but I wouldn't be the headliner. Because I just want to, I don't know. I just don't want to be the headliner. I'm so sorry. My brother keeps texting me. I don't know how to turn off the notifications. Anyways, so we've got that show coming up October 23rd. If you want to buy tickets, they'll be available next month. And yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We already have a lot of people who've said they're coming in from out of town, flying in, booking Airbnb. So I'm really excited. We're predicted to have a couple. If everything goes the way we're expecting, we'll have probably around at least 15,000 people, if not more.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're really excited. So stay tuned for the October show. It's going to be a bunch of fun. It's a day of festival stuff. It's going to be the end of October, so it'll feel nice and kind of fallish. Tennessee fall is just the best. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. I'd love if you were there, and hopefully I can meet some of you guys.
Sweet. That's awesome.
I think because of time, yes.
Yeah.
We
had technical today. Our episode is being wrapped short, folks, but hopefully you've been entertained.
Yes, I've enjoyed this. This has been great.
Thank you. Likewise. This has been a joy, a real pleasure. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Sweet. So, if you were to say anything to everybody, real quick, super short, super quick, what would you say?
I would say thank you so much, everybody, for loving me and supporting me and making me feel the most seen and the most comfortable to be myself that I've ever felt in my entire life. I thank you for that. And I thank you for believing in me. And I owe you everything.
Cassandra Coleman, everybody.
Hey.
Yay!
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
El gusto es
Oh, okay. Gracias.
Anyways,
all right.
Okay. Well, it's lovely. It was lovely to be here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your. It is a.
Yeah, Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Oh no! What happened? Oh, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, are you back?
Thank you.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody, and bye. Thanks for having me.
See you, Cassandra.
Okay.
And that was Cassandra Coleman, everybody. So again, this is Within the Paragon, and every week you got a chance to tune in, and you never know who you're going to see. Again, that was Cassandra Coleman, and it was great to have her on the show. Got to learn a little bit more about her. Remember, paragons of the world, so to speak, just down to earth people, and such a cool vibe to be able to get a little insight on that. Don't forget, you can always subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It kind of helps get more people to see the content that I put out here on Pour It On Media. And again, it's people like you that keep people like me pumping out content. So much appreciation. Again, I'm Jake Stanley. This is Within the Paragon. See you next week.